September 11, 2001 was a tragic day for Americans, but what happened after, I think, is kind of amazing. We responded by coming together as a nation. Businesses, houses, cars, you could all see them sporting the American flag. We're flying it high and proud. Neighborhoods were decorated with yellow ribbons supporting our troops. We were proud to be Americans. We should be proud to be Americans every day, not just in a time of tragedy. Most of us in here are natural-born citizens and take for granted how lucky we are to actually live in America, a land of the free. Growing up with my father, who pretty much bleeds red, white, and blue, it was hard for me not to be patriotic, but I confused being patriotic with being proud. I have American flag backpack, I have American flag shoes, I have American flag. I have about 5 shirts, 3 dresses, I have shorts, I have pajamas. My house, every Christmas, it's American flag up on the roof, and we keep it that way usually to the 4th of July, where we're known to have the biggest block party by Valley View, where if you go down to Valley View Sports Park, we always see the fireworks. Well, we sit up on our roof and we watch them. We're just known as being super patriotic, but I'm mistaken that for proud. We should be proud to be Americans because we are free and we help other countries in need, and for lack of a better term, we have a pretty badass military. But what does it mean to say that we are free? If you Google the term freedom, it's defined as the right to act, the power or right to act, speak, or think as one wants without hindrance or restraint. Now, I know that's not completely true because you can't run around saying bomb in an airport, or you can't go around just committing crimes because you're free to do as you want. But our freedoms include freedom of religion, speech, assembly, press, petition, the right to bear arms, equal justice, the right to private property, and the no quartering right. Freedom of religion means that we can believe in whatever religion we want to believe in. So we don't have a set religion as a country, so we're all free to believe or not to believe in whatever we like. TEP Online says the right to express your ideas and opinions when you speak is called freedom. Freedom of speech also means the right to listen to the thoughts and opinions of others. This freedom guarantees that Americans are free to express their thoughts and ideas about anything. They may talk freely to their friends or neighbors or speak in a public to a group of people. Of course, no one may use this freedom of speech to injure others. If a person knowingly says things that are false about another, he may be sued in court by the person or persons they believe to have been harmed. Americans are free to express opinions about their government or anything else. They are free to criticize the actions of government and government officials. In a dictatorship, where the nation's government has all powers, these people have no right to speak. They do not dare to criticize the actions of the government. If they do, they may be imprisoned. But all Americans enjoy the freedom of speech, which is guaranteed in the First Right Amendment. I actually picked this topic because when I was listening to Harriet's speech about the informative one about China, I got to realize that other countries aren't like this, and we don't really realize that. So we have an equal right to justice, which I think is one of our really important freedoms, because if we do, we're charged with a crime, we get to go to court. Where in other countries, they just put you in jail or they lock you up. We are innocent until we're proven guilty. So you have to go in front of a jury, and it's not just one person, it's a jury of usually I think 12. And we have the right to a quick and speedy trial. And let's not forget about the other rights, which I seem to take, and I know a lot of people take for granted, is the ones where we have a right to a free education, where a lot of other schools or countries, they don't. And we can marry whoever we want and raise a family with whoever we like. Being free is something that we experience directly, and unless we're in the military, we do not get to see how much our nation has actually helped others. When it comes to helping other countries, we rarely say no. We help by lending money, humanitarian support, and sending troops to solve military conflicts in other countries. After bombing Japan, we helped rebuild their country. We sent troops to Iraq to help get rid of Saddam Hussein because he was killing so many innocent families and children and women. We sent millions of dollars in aid also sent troops to countries that were affected by natural disasters. We don't have to help others. We do it because we care about not only the people in our country, but people all around the world. A poll from Public Religion says that 79% of Americans say that America has been the source of good in the world, and 63% say that if more countries adopted America's values and way of life, it would be much better off. A reason why we are able to help other countries is because of how great our military is. When researching our military, I searched dozens of websites, and I didn't think that we were going to be #1 in military powers on every single one, because I've heard that China has a really good one, and there's a couple other ones, and I figured we might have dropped by now, but every single website that I went to, we were listed as #1. We always are leaps and bounds ahead of other nations when it comes to technology and weapons. Our soldiers are highly skilled in combat and experts with their weapons. Our equipment is top of the line and is constantly getting replaced with more advanced. I think we earned our spot as a leading world power during World War II. Because of our strong military, we've been successful at overthrowing at least 7 governments. According to Dana Suster, Foreign Policy, it was Iran, Guatemala, Congo, Dominican Republic, South Vietnam, Brazil, and Chile. Our military is split up into 4 branches. We have Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marines, and they're all effective and very efficient. Our military has actually decreased 1/4 since 2006, I believe, but we're still increasing in strength. Other countries are constantly asking for our help with wars because they know that with our help, they have the best chance at winning. We're looked up to by most, and to our enemies, we are considered a dangerous threat. Toby Keith sang it best with his song, courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue, when he said, we'll put a boot in your ass, it's the American way. So why should we only rep red, white, and blue during wars or tragedies? 4th of July isn't the only day we could show our patriotic side. In the words of Lee Greenwood, I'm proud to be American, or at least I know I'm free. Be thankful for the freedoms that you have, and be proud of the men and women risking their lives every day to make sure those freedoms are never taken away.
All right, we got to keep these quick today so we can get through as many people as possible. Alexa, the topic I think is an interesting one. Obviously, my car matches your father's roof, so that's an interesting way of doing some audience analysis that goes on there. I think you need to do a little bit more research on some of the controversial aspects of American power and our use of it. You mentioned the 7 countries that we overthrew, and I'm not sure that everybody would see those as being a demonstration of something that's good about America. A lot of people are very critical about those sorts of things. I thought that you had some good general examples about assistance that the United States has provided, but there's a lot of good information out there about how important America's been in making improvements in the world and changing things, and I think you need to get a little bit more content into the presentation. It's tough here at the end of the term that you are still using a script as substantially as you do. We would hope that you'd be past that, and that's a little bit of a drawback from the visual kind of thing. Those are my comments. I meant to make sure that we heard from other people too. Leslie, what did you think?
I pretty much agree with what you said. I thought it was good. Her voice projection was very well, and she made eye contact in her posture. She didn't seem nervous up there. The only thing I thought as well was how she was reading from the paper. Other than that, I thought it was okay.
All right. Thank you.